Hey, welcome back. I'm Brad.
I'm Rach. The kids are not in bed.
And we're the Englebarts.
Yes. We have a vlogging channel where we film our day-to-day life with our 3 kids under the age of 3. I feel like we've learned a lot in the last 3 years.
Amen, sister.
Actually, the last 4 years, because we did IVF to conceive our twins. And then we surprisingly got pregnant naturally with our 3rd, baby Eloise.
Talk about a surprise of a lifetime.
No joke. And it has been a really fun journey. And we like to share all kinds of stories with you guys from parenting, relationships. This channel is like our couples therapy channel.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a visual podcast.
Yeah, yeah. This stemmed from our podcast.
It did stem from our podcast. You're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, which we don't really podcast anymore.
No. We are going to do a reaction video today. We've had gone viral. We've had basically 3 videos that have over a million or over views. This one was like a skit that we did.
Oh my gosh, I wish
we had more time to do skits like this.
We had so much fun. We should do more like this because we
Yeah.
also did the breastfeeding parody video.
Which has like 500,000 views.
Yes, our skits that we do end up being pretty...
Yeah, we should do some more.
Our skits are so famous. We need to just do more.
Hopefully you know our sense of humor by now.
Yeah.
And how ridiculous that is.
Yes. This video though, oh my gosh, I remember just crying laughing while we were making it. It was
awesome.
So fun to make, but I haven't watched it in years.
No, I haven't watched it in years.
How many views does it have on YouTube?
950.
950,000. Okay, so that's quite a few. And that's all organic. Like, we haven't bought any of our subscribers or any of our views.
No.
If you are new randomly to this channel, please check out our vlogging channel. If you like our dry humor, then you'll love that channel.
Yes.
So we'll link that below. But
so this video is titled, How to Give a Progesterone Shot, PIO Shot for IVF Instructions.
Yes.
We, spoiler alert, had to do IVF for twins.
Correct.
And so I would have to inject basically like peanut butter into Rachel's behind.
It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
We almost quit.
Easily the worst part of IVF for me, excuse me, was the progesterone injections. It was awful. Mm-hmm. I had so much pain and aching and tenderness from that dang shot.
So we sure hope that this video gives IVF couples a little reprieve.
By the time you get to this part of the process, you've already been through a lot. Like, you've already been through belly injections and an egg retrieval and waiting.
A lot of wands up your
private
part.
Yeah, oh one.
Mm-hmm.
We also had to do what we call a freeze-all cycle. So instead of being able to just transfer an embryo right after we did our egg retrieval, not right after, but after like 5 or 6 days of the embryo's growing, then they can do a transfer right after. My estrogen level, because of the injections to get the eggs, was so high that they had to freeze all of our embryos, give my body time to recover, and then prepare it for a transfer, which is why we had to do the progesterone shots. Not everybody, I don't think, has to do them. If you guys have been through IVF, let me know in the comments below if you had to do the progesterone shot. I think some doctors do a progesterone suppository, which sounds way better than a progesterone injection.
Does it?
Yes. Yes, it does. It's just like a little pearl that you put up there.
Put up where?
You know.
I do know.
Where the wand goes. So that is something that I think varies depending on your doctor and depending on what kind of cycle that you have. So not everybody has to do the progesterone injection, but I think eventually if you go back and do a transfer, you most likely do, unless you do like a natural transfer, which you don't do any medication. Hopefully things are changing where if and when we do go back for our other 2 embryos, we won't have to worry about the progesterone shots.
I hope so. Okay, let's roll the footage.
Watch the video. Did you feel guilty at all about doing these shots?
Absolutely.
You did?
Yes.
You didn't kind of enjoy it?
No, not one bit.
I think it's also interesting to note that this was our very first one.
That we did the instruction video for?
This was literally the very first injection we did, and we did a how-to video on it.
This is a great video.
So horrible.
I love this video.
Okay, here we go. I miss that neighborhood.
Ew. was a good start.
Progesterone in oil injection, step-by-step instructions.
And tips. Before you get started, search YouTube for an instructional video on how to give a progesterone injection. Step 1. Resolve all conflicts. Did you seriously order something else from Amazon?
I'm not picking it up.
I'm not picking it up. It's your turn.
I picked it up last time.
It's disgusting.
Seriously, Brad?
I never leave.
Dang it!
Your parents are staying for the whole week?
Step 2. Nervous poop.
Meanwhile, put on glasses to look more like a doctor.
Step 3. Ice the injection site. Wait, heat the injection site.
That was the conflicting.
Step 5. Draw the medicine.
Step 6. Switch to an equally long needle.
Yeah, it was just like a smaller gauge. But the needle's seriously like.
Very impressive.
Look at that thing.
Step 7. Warm the medicine in your hand or under your boob so it goes from the texture of peanut butter to that of molasses.
Step 8. Look at the needle. Regret it.
Step 9. Sanitize. Poke, push.
If you have a furry pet, keep it close by for comfort.
We suggest wearing clothing from high school just in case you get some blood on it.
If you can, distract your partner with
still
a
wear
worthless
those.
task
Yeah.
so she won't know when the needle's coming. Ouch.
Believe it or not, molasses is actually pretty hard to push out of a needle.
Especially into a rock-hard muscle. Step 10. Massage the injection site.
Oh, yeah. After you finish, safely dispose of the needle. Thumbs up.
I like how it was actually kind of educational. Like that is
yeah, totally.
legitimately how you do it.
Right.
Oh man, that brings back just
That was
horrible memories.
That was a good video.
And really good memories
That
at the
was
same
fun.
time. We had so much fun. Like despite the daunting cloud that was IVF over our heads, and not only like having to go through IVF, but that's on the heels of trying for a baby for an entire year and not being successful and wanting nothing more than a baby and being presented with this horrible, what seems like a horrible process of IVF. Somehow we were able to like find some joy in the process. And
Well,
that
I think YouTube was a big reason.
it really was.
Like video documenting our journey, sharing with others, hearing from others.
Yeah.
It was
Basically, as soon as we started putting stuff out there that we were going through IVF, we started getting feedback from other people that were in the same boat and that we could relate to, and that we felt like our story is not, we're not the only ones going through this.
No,
and
it's not a unique story.
it's
by
not
any means.
not at all. 1 in 8 people
Right.
struggle with infertility, and I don't know. It's definitely a not fun boat to be in, and like whether you have male factor infertility or recurrent miscarriages or PCOS or whatever the diagnosis is, maybe unexplained infertility. It's hard. It's hard going through that and being faced with something that you know nothing about going into it, or most people know nothing about IVF. It took a lot of research up front,
I
but
for sure didn't know anything. At
Nothing.
all. Like literally nothing.
right. So it was a lot to learn, and to finally get like the calendar with the timeline of what we were facing was, as a type A personality, that was kind of cool to like see what date is going to bring what, even though it does change all the time.
Right.
But yeah, if you're going through it, or if you're going to be going through IVF, we are here for you, and we hope that like you can find some comfort in our story and knowing that there can be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends about us. We would love to have them as well.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.